Should Maine's minimum wage be as high as $12 an hour? And should that same rate apply to waiters and waitresses? Well, those are just some of the several proposals being floated in Augusta. WMTW News 8's political reporter Paul Merrill joins us now live to tell us more about the push to increase Maine's minimum wage. Paul.
Yeah, Steve, right now the state's minimum wage is $7.50 an hour, and that hasn't changed in 6 years. There is a flurry of bills aiming to change that and other aspects of the way Maine workers are paid.
All right, what can I get for you?
Even in the middle of a Monday afternoon, staffers at Buck's Naked Barbecue in Freeport are constantly on the move to keep customers happy. As long as the tips they bring in get waiters and waitresses past the minimum wage mark, restaurant owners in Maine only have to pay these servers $3.75 an hour. One proposed bill would eventually move that minimum up to $12 an hour.
That to me would completely change the way that I'm capable of doing business now. And
Wendell Case and her husband own Buck's Naked Barbecue. Today she told lawmakers a move that would more than triple the payroll line for her servers would be hard to swallow.
I'd have to increase my menu costs by 5% without any consideration for an increase in cost of goods or energy.
I hope the committee can work to cobble together some kind of a bill.
Today, this legislative committee heard public comments on 8 bills that seek to change Maine's minimum wage. Ann Perino has worked as a waitress for almost 20 years. She and her son struggle to get by on what she brings home.
Most of the time it's enough. Sometimes it's not. That uncertainty, not knowing whether I'll make enough to pay my bills from week to week, makes my life harder than it needs to be.
For many testifying today, this is more than just an economic issue. It's a moral issue and one that affects their self-confidence.
I can tell you I've put up with inappropriate comments, requests, touching from customers, but because them being happy means the difference between my making rent or not, I often just smile and put up with it.
But in pure black and white, the State Labor Department says increasing the minimum wage right now would send businesses elsewhere.
If we cannot attract more workers to Maine, we will see a loss of jobs over the next couple of decades, never recovering our pre-recession number of jobs in Maine's economy. That is a true risk we are at right now.
Opponents of these bills say the minimum wage is a starter wage for most people. According to the State Labor Department, more than half of the Mainers who earn the minimum wage are younger than age 25. Live in the studio, Paul Merrill, WMTW News 8.